They say Gen Z is getting less intelligent because of technology, and that we need to remove screens from schools. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Technology isn't making our kids less intelligent. An outdated education system is. And until we say that out loud, we are blaming the wrong thing. Let me be clear. I am not here to defend the public school system, and I'm not here to attack anyone. I've seen multiple videos making the claim that technology is the reason Gen Z is declining, and I simply disagree. And I felt a strong conviction to say something, not to argue, but to offer a different perspective, because I believe the problem is deeper than screens. This viral video here claims that screen time is lowering intelligence, attention spans are shrinking, cognitive skills are declining, schools should remove digital technology, phones, laptops, and desktops are hurting our children. And he even says that the Gen Z is less smart than their parents. He argues that the issue cannot be schools because, in his own words, schools basically look the same. And on that point, I actually agree. Because our school system has looked the same for decades. But then he concludes that the real problem is the tools we are using to drive learning, specifically digital technology. He claims research going back to the 1960s shows that when technology enters education, learning declines. Now listen carefully. Excessive passive screen use, yes, that can absolutely hurt focus. But here's where I disagree. They are blaming the tool instead of examining how the tool is being used. In our homeschool, technology has not reduced intelligence. Rather, it has multiplied it. Because of intentional, structured screen use, all four of my children began reading at age 2. They are currently learning foreign languages, learning to type efficiently, learning to code their own games, and also they explore history, science, and biblical studies beyond what I could personally teach alone. That is not cognitive decline. That is cognitive expansion. The difference: purpose, structure, and strategy. Technology without guidance becomes distraction. However, technology with wisdom becomes acceleration. For my homeschooling moms watching this video, do you see technology as a tool or do you see it as a threat? Here is the deeper issue. Our society has evolved, but the public education has not. Friend, we're not living in the 1970s. And we're no longer living in the 1980s. And of course, we're not even living in the early 2000s. Today's economy includes digital entrepreneurship, content creation, AI careers, remote work, online businesses, tech innovation. But our education system is still structured like it is preparing factory workers. We upgraded our phones. We upgraded our cars. We upgraded medicine. But education, it is treated as sacred and untouchable. That does not make sense. I would like to hear from you guys. Did school prepare you for the real world? Or did you learn most of it afterwards? Our children are not less intelligent, but they are under challenged. They are bored. Not because they lack capacity, but because they are consuming instead of creating. If you give a child a device and say, watch this, that is passive. But if you teach a child to research, to code, design, edit, build digital products, use AI tools, now you are building skill. Same tool, but a different outcome. We need to ask ourselves this hard question. Are we preparing our children for careers that exist now, or are we preparing them for careers that existed 30 years ago? Technology has shaped businesses. It has shaped medicine, communication, engineering, finance. And removing them from schools does not prepare children. It actually limits them. So, the real issue here isn't screens. It is ineffective implementation. Technology is neutral. It becomes harmful when it is unmanaged, but becomes powerful when it is intentional. So instead of saying remove screens, we should be asking, how do we redesign education so that technology builds creators instead of consumers? Because the world has moved forward. The real question is, will our education system move with it? Gen Z isn't less intelligent. We are just not equipping them properly.